I'm Tansy Leek. This is the introduction to my video for Math and Science Best Practice Activity Plan. My activity was baking and cutting pumpkin pie. Its concepts was whole and parts. And I did this with actually my great nieces and nephews. I don't have a classroom of my own. I haven't been a preschool teacher. The objective was children will make and cut a pumpkin pie and cut it up into enough pieces to serve the people that were in the quote-unquote class. And the standard was that children begin to develop processes and strategies for solving mathematical problems in their daily lives. One of the examples of the standard was, for example, to figure out how many napkins that their classmates may need. I did the activity, like I said, with my great nieces and nephew. They're certainly not preschool aged. My niece is just turned 13. My nephew is 12, and the other nephew is 8 years old. So they were told they had to pretend to be preschoolers. I think they did a great job. I hope you enjoy it. I didn't edit the video. I left it just as it was. There is a spot where it stopped and started, and so that's evident. You'll see that. And I learned a lot by doing this. I'll explain that in my reflection. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Ew, it smells like tuna fish.
We're gonna make, it does smell like tuna fish. We're gonna make a pumpkin pie. But before we get started, we're going to talk about, I'm gonna share a story of my favorite baking experience I had with somebody. And then I want you guys to volunteer. You don't have to share a story if you don't want, but I would like you to if you want to share a story, okay? So let me think about this for a minute. My favorite story baking, I'd have to say, would be when I was baking with my mom, and we'd make all these kinds of Christmas cookies, and then we'd make tons of boxes of them. We'd put food coloring in them to make them all different colors.
I did that with my mom before.
You did that too?
Yeah.
And then we'd bake them all, and then we would do that pie crust, AJ. So, do you guys want to share? Who wants to share first?
It's crushed.
Their favorite baking experience. Go ahead, Gavin.
Well, my mom baked seeds, pumpkin seeds. And she almost broke the house.
How did she almost break the house?
She left them in there when we were like 6 or something. Me and Mackenzie and
You're looking at your mom.
yeah.
So what made that your favorite experience with baking?
It was funny.
It was funny?
Yeah.
Does anyone else have anything they want to share?
Mommy, I ate the crust. Baking cranberry orange cookies.
Why was that your
Those are
favorite
gross.
baking experience, Ken?
Because I was able to do it by myself.
You did it by yourself?
Yeah.
You like to bake by yourself?
Yeah.
Why do you prefer baking by yourself?
Because it's less crowded in the kitchen.
Because it's less crowded in the kitchen. Where'd all my bakers go?
I ate crust.
You ate crust?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get started. We've already baked the pumpkin and we
Hey, where
scooped
do you
it
come
out
from?
and we put it in this
Came out
Baking.
of nowhere.
measuring cup. Thank you. And we
wanna call it
actually
eggy.
bought a pie crust so we can, when we get done mixing up the rest of the ingredients, then we can just put it in there and we'll put it in the oven,
I wanna crack it.
which we preheated to 425 degrees.
Okay.
So, AJ, are you wanting to crack the 2 eggs that we're gonna need to put in the pie?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go, you're gonna crack them in here.
I know.
You know how to crack? I'll hold the cup for you. So what's happening?
Ew.
So we need 2 eggs. How many did you just crack? I'll take that. How many did you crack, AJ?
I guess I'm a good cracker
You
anyway.
are a good cracker anyways.
I'm a good cracker? Yay!
You're an egg cracker. I'll hold the cup again so it doesn't flip
That's
over. So, what do you guys think? We're making pumpkin pie. What do you guys think would happen if we didn't use pumpkin?
I don't know if it would just be...
Is pumpkin pie actually made out of pumpkin? Because I hear
It
people
is.
talking about it isn't.
Do you need some help with that,
I got a
AJ?
showing! Oh no.
We can get those out with a spoon.
Okay.
Did you just crack like this?
Where do you think it? There you go.
That's it.
That's it. Gavin, do you mind getting us a spoon out of the drawer?
Yep.
Thank you.
I need to wash my hands.
I should have brought some paper towels. They were on my list. So we needed 2 eggs, minus the shells. We'll get the shells out once Gavin gets a spoon. Ken, do you want to measure the milk that we have to put in it? The recipe called for 5 ounces of milk, and that was,
Okay.
I had the recipe right here. That was,
I want to do that. I'm going to do everything.
thank you, Gavin. You can put them on this paper towel, those eggshells. Let me move the pot. Ken's is gonna measure, oh, it was more than that. So we were measuring a 1/4 cup.
Move. Got some. Give me some.
And we're gonna use this whole can.
Okay.
AJ, do you wanna hold it over this while you do that? You're using a tablespoon.
Okay.
Do you wanna put more in there? Why don't we pour it over this so it doesn't get on the table? There we go. Do you wanna put more in there? That's it.
Ew.
You're smelling it.
Okay.
What do you think it smells like, AJ? How many of those tablespoons are we gonna get?
That's what I'm going
So we gotta use that whole jar of milk. Wanna count those? Wanna start counting them? It's one whole dump? That'll work too. So we used 5 ounces of milk. Now we need someone to volunteer to stir.
Couldn't you just dump the whole thing in there?
Me.
To pour
my
and
hamburger.
stir.
I want to stir.
Oh, you have 3 stirrers. Why don't we take turns stirring? So,
Okay.
Cats, go ahead and pour.
AJ,
I don't know how to stir. Ew, look at that egg.
So this is 2 cups. You want it to stir, you stir first. Now we gotta mix it all in there.
keep mixing.
So while AJ's mixing, what's happening to that, AJ?
I don't know.
So we're making this pumpkin pie, a whole pie, and after it bakes, we're gonna divide it up.
I can't stop.
So we each get some.
It smells weird.
So how many pieces do you think it'll make?
5.
5 pieces? AJ says 5. Gavin, how many pieces do you think that pie is gonna make?
6.
6 pieces?
Let me see. This is
6.
gonna be 1 piece,
Okay.
2 piece, 3 piece, 4 piece, 5.
5 pieces?
Yeah, 5.
How many people are eating the pumpkin pie? How many people do
1,
you think?
2, 3, 4, and then 5.
I
5
see a little bit
people?
more white.
Do you want to give Gavin a turn now, AJ? So we'll give Gavin a turn, and then we'll give Ken's a turn of stirring. Then we're gonna pour it into our pie shell. Look at how much pie that pumpkin made. How much pie filling.
I don't know.
I only have 1 pie crust with me. Do you think it's going to fit in there, AJ?
No,
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm pretty sure no.
Why don't you think it's gonna fit, Gavin?
Because it's too
This
tiny.
is This is like, no, I don't think so. This is a lot.
It depends on if it's gonna level out or not.
Kind of smells like tomato soup.
It does. Ken's a turn to stir. I like how you guys are sharing. Everyone got a turn.
Wow.
Gavin helped get the eggshells out of the
That's
milk.
Wait, what's your underdog's name?
Who do you think? Who wants to pour it into the pie shell?
Me. Pell shell.
You want to pour it
Pie
into the
shell.
pie shell?
I pell shell.
Kenz, I see you looking all around that. What are you looking for?
To make sure everything's mixed in.
Make sure it's all mixed in.
Give me this pie shell.
What do you think would happen if it didn't all get mixed in?
You'll get salmonella poisoning.
You'll get salmonella poisoning?
It'll
That's
taste
possible.
Gross.
It'll taste gross.
You'll get like half of like egg or like pumpkin.
This question.
So all the ingredients won't mesh together. So you'll taste maybe more egg in some of it.
I'll be right back.
Egg's not a good taste. Raw.
That baby.
All right, we're ready to pour, AJ. Are you coming back?
I almost slipped.
You almost slipped.
Yep.
Let's put this right under you. I should have put a
I'm spilled.
tablecloth on
I spilled
Rhonda's
everything.
table.
All right, let's see if my estimate is right.
Let's see if your estimate's right. He's estimating that we're gonna need more pie shells.
I don't know.
Do you need a hand with that, AJ?
Yeah.
All right.
Ew, got my finger. Actually.
Is there still some in there? Let's see. Do you think what'll happen if we keep pouring it, AJ?
It don't know everywhere.
It's gonna go everywhere.
I got booger.
Almost, look.
Oh, got it on my finger. Get out.
You think so?
We
Here, I'll
could.
let you try it.
We could, but
It
I
looks like a
wouldn't.
desert.
That might break on your way carrying that. It's gonna be really
All
hard.
right. Now I'm gonna put it in the oven, and when it's done, it's gonna take an hour for
It's
it to
gonna
bake.
go ding.
And then when it's done, we're going to take this whole pie and we're gonna cut it into parts, pieces, enough for everyone to have some. Thank you.
Well, give me in the video. Give me in the video. Give me
So
in
you
the
guys,
video.
our pie got done. It's cool enough for me to touch now. We got a whole pie. What makes it a whole pie? When you look at it, what do you think about that?
All the pieces are intact.
All the pieces are intact? What do you think, AJ?
No.
No?
No.
What makes it a whole pie? So we talked about, while that pie was cooking, that we're gonna need how many pieces again? I forgot.
5.
How did we come up with that number?
You gotta cut it in half. Oh, I get to do this?
Do you need some help? So we have 5 people, you said?
Yeah.
You wanna help him, AJ? How are you deciding to cut that up, Gavin?
In 5 pieces.
In 5 pieces?
Oh.
How many do you have?
That's a small piece.
Give me that small piece. I will take it.
Oh, this is not good.
What's happening?
I don't know how to cut pie, obviously.
How many pieces do we have? Do you wanna count them? Let's count them.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't want.
Let me just make one other big piece because I don't want it. All right.
Let's count these pieces and see if we have enough, AJ. You ready? We can point at them if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces.
Gavin.
We have enough for everyone to have. If we have 5 people, we have enough for everyone to have 2 pieces. So after doing this activity and watching the video, the very first thing I learned is be prepared. That bring with you all the supplies you said you were going to need in your lesson plan. I assumed, I guess, that my sister would have some of those things at her house, and she did not. So another thing I noticed was my, I guess I'll say, lack of concern for safety. The recipe called for a 5-ounce can of evaporated milk, and I had opened the can, flipped up that tin lid, and you'll see my great nephew, the younger one, he goes to smell the milk, and that lid is, he puts it right up to his face. At the time I was horrified, but learned that I should probably put, if I'm doing a baking activity, have more hands-on help. My hand-on help was actually filming, so more hands on deck would be great, and there was only 3 kids and they were older than preschool. Also, have all my supplies ready to go. If the materials used for the recipe come in a container that is not safe for children, to put that in another container and they can measure it off from there. I think too that maybe memorizing my recipe amounts would have been helpful, but I think the kids did a great job. I really liked how they explored the reasons or their logic, I guess, for how many pieces of pie that we needed. And then my older nephew, I really liked how he was planning how many pieces by using his hands so he could visualize that. And then he was actually the one who cut up the pieces. And as he was, you could really just tell as he was thinking how he was really planning out trying to cut out the 5 pieces we need. As you know, he cut for 10, but we kind of threw that in there too as a multiplication activity. They were older. I guess that was just something that I just threw out there. So I hope you enjoyed it. Look forward to my classmates' feedback on it. Thanks. Bye.